Hi, and welcome to your reading. My name is Anna, also known as the Fooligan, and today we are going to be doing what feels like a love reading, but also just like a reading on your energy. Right now, I'm cleansing the space, setting energetic intention as well as protection in both of our fields so that you can receive this message for your highest good. And not only is this a message of information, but also a message of transmutation. So you can see it not only as wisdom, but also healing. So as I tap into the energy that I'm feeling, there's this sense of heaviness, this like Saturn kind of energy, this very similar to the full moon that we just had, that Capricorn full moon, this feeling of disappointment, right? This feeling of an expectation not met. And if you're feeling that heaviness, this is your invitation to sit with it, to honor it, and to not run from it. To not run from it, but to recognize that it is a divine gift within itself. Right now is an opportunity for you to sit with those lower vibrational feelings, such as jealousy and bitterness and that perfectionism, all those expectations that you feel like aren't being met. That's what causes that sensation of jealousy. When you're looking at somebody else and you say, I want what they have. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a divine feeling. And it's up to you on how you process that feeling, right? Are you going to say, oh, I shouldn't feel that, and you repress it? Or are you going to invite it into your heart and say, why do I want what they have? And why do I think that I can't have it? And then really assessing within yourself your sense of worthiness, right? This is a message about worthiness and overcoming any sensation of feeling unworthy of the things that you desire in your life, especially if that is a divine union partnership, right? So if you want that high level, high vibrational, divine union love that everybody talks about, you have to become a vibrational match within you in order to magnetize that in. And that starts with your feeling of worthiness. Do you feel worthy? Sure. You might say yes right away, but that might just be a message from the mind. But does your body feel worthy? Does every cell of your body vibrate at a yes? I am worthy for this high level, high vibrational love. Or are there parts of you that might fester in the subconscious that still feel as if though you can't have that? And that's why when you're scrolling on social media and you see these perfect relationships and you're like, why don't I have that? Comparison, rob all my joy. When you're doing that, I invite you to not shame yourself when you recognize the pattern of it. Rather, see yourself for who you are, which is this beautiful divine light that deserves what it is that you feel jealous about. You deserve it, and then give it to yourself and allow yourself to feel loved. Okay, that's the intro here. Just kind of got right into it. I do want to pull some cards. I want to pull some cards around this energy. So right now, it's like, okay, so we feel that heaviness, that disappointment, that expectation not met. But on the other side of that heaviness, there's this beautiful awareness and this beautiful like energy rising up that is ready to overcome that heaviness that's trying to pull you back down. It's like I see this energy trying to pull you back down, but really there's this undercurrent of energy that's like propelling you up. Kind of confusing. But what I'm saying is that the wind is at your back and you have the capability and the capacity to move through this heavy feeling that you are currently experiencing, and getting to the other side of it might look different from what your thinking mind perceives is on the other side of it, right? So let's say, for example, you want that loving partner. We're going to use the same example I've been running with. You want that loving partner. But you have those worthiness blocks within you. And, you know, working through that worthiness block, you might think that the other side of that is then that partner coming in. Might be, but really, working through that worthiness block might actually lead you to realize this whole new dream that you have for your own passion. And then you're going to go down this pipeline of pursuing this passion that's very heart-based and divinely led. And you're so focused on that you kind of forgot about that you wanted a relationship. So then you're on this pipeline of just following your heart, and then, oh, you're already a vibrational match because you worked through those worthiness blocks and you're already pursuing yourself because you have to choose yourself first. And then all of a sudden, boom, romantic relationship down the line. So just remember that you're not doing all this work to get some external goal achieved. It's about doing this work so that you can feel more present and content with the present rather than chasing something. We're not chasing anything because we already have access to everything that we need within ourselves, right? So easier said than done. But remembering your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing all this inner reflection, all this inner work, all these clearings of the worthiness blocks that you experience? Is it so that you can have some external, so that you can get something? Or is it just so that you can feel better, right? So, I don't know. Mind scrambled. Let's go ahead and pull some cards. I'm feeling this deck. Okay, let's take a deep breath together. Inhale through the nose. And sigh out of the mouth. What information does this collective need on what it is that they should be prioritizing in their life if they wish for love? Prioritize grounding. Prioritize grounding. The river comes out. Prioritize, and we're in Cancer season, this makes a lot of sense to me. So prioritize feeling your feelings without pushing them away, which is what I was talking about here at the beginning of the message. If you're feeling that heaviness come up, if you're feeling that disappointment, feeling that frustration, feeling that bitterment, that jealousy, that resentment, feeling all of that, feel it. Don't push it away, because pushing it away will just leave it for another day. But when you feel it, you will clear it, right? So that all just like really rolled off my tongue nicely. So allowing yourself to just float in the river of your consciousness, your subconsciousness, as well as just your feelings. Allowing yourself to just flow through life. You don't have to put all these blocks up that make it harder for you to flow. You know, you don't have to push down those feelings. You give yourself the permission to feel those things, but let me also extend that permission from myself to you. You have the permission. You know, here's your invitation to feel all those feelings that you've been pushing away. Because you're safe to feel them. And feeling them is what will liberate you. It'll liberate you from those feelings of unworthiness that you experience. And it's that unworthiness that is a block to the life in which you dream of and know that you should have, in a sense, right? So it's like that dissonance between the thinking mind of being like, I know I deserve this, but your body feeling as if it doesn't, because it's not used to it. So it's coming back into grounding, coming back into nervous system regulation, coming back into down regulation, coming back into presence, whether or not that's happy, sad, angry, bitter, joyful. Coming into presence, that is where you will find your peace. and floating down the river, allowing yourself to feel free in your emotional experience, especially as we work with the waters of Cancer season, and trust in divine timing. Trust in divine timing. You are not going to miss them. You're not going to miss that person that you desire. You're not going to miss the opportunity. You are not going to miss it because you are in alignment with it. But it is a process of clearing out the shit, of clearing out the energetic blocks that you can't rush. You can't rush it. You have to trust in the divine timing of things. And that's what this card represents. So allowing yourself to float down the lazy river of your feelings and trust in the divine timing that when you're floating down that river, you know, this is the picture I'm getting in my head. You're floating down the lazy river, right? And then all of a sudden you like realize, you're like, oh my gosh, there's like an apple tree or like this fruit tree above me. So you're still in the river going down and you reach up and you pick this delicious fruit and you're like, oh, that was exactly what I needed right now. I didn't even realize I needed it. And you didn't even have to put in any effort to get there. The river just carried you exactly where you needed to go. So just trust the river of your life. Trust the river of your emotions. Trust your process. Because it is divinely guided, it is divinely timed, and you're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss it. There's nothing to rush. And allow yourself to be seen from the inside out, really honoring what it is that you're feeling deep down. And don't push it to the side to be comfortable, right? So there's a fine line there between, how do I put that in words? You know, we want to have a certain level of comfort so our nervous system isn't constantly on hyperdrive, but we also have to be willing to push ourselves out of that comfort zone to grow. So I think a lot of us, if you're resonating with this message, are in a period of life where we're learning where that fine line is of like pushing too much or not pushing enough, you know, and really just learning to ride on the edge a little bit, but also knowing when it's time to step back and when it's time to look over a little bit more. So trust yourself, coming into presence, grounding the body and really grounding the mind. We have Mars in Gemini currently at the time I'm filming this video, and that Gemini Mars has a lot on his mind, you know, really moving through a lot of mental energy there. So really allowing yourself bare feet on the ground, also showers, baths, spending time in water, grounding that energy, really visualizing yourself being purified. And also I invite you to work with your emotional body. You know, you have your physical body, you have your mental body, you also have your emotional body. And a lot of us carry a lot of shit there. A lot of us carry a lot of our wounds and our traumas and our karmic stuff there. And now, especially in Cancer season, is the time to work with that, to clear it, to love it, to heal it, and to be present with it. Allow it to be as it is, yeah. So, and as we move through this message, the energy is lightening up. And as you clear this dark, this like heaviness, this don't look at me, this energy. As you clear it, you begin to open up, you begin to move down the river, and then you begin to play with the river. You splash in the water. You eat the fruit off the tree. You're starting to have fun. You're starting to sing. You're starting to see the world around you as this beautiful, magnificent place in which you have co-created with the universe, and you are recognizing the gift in which your life is. And then from that place, you're able to really play with your creativity, right? Because that worthlessness block, oh my gosh, it's literally like sludge hammering your creative ability. So allowing yourself to recognize your worth so that you can have that creative freedom, that creative flow. Because you, my friend, are a creative genius. There's things for you to create, make, artistically do. And And it doesn't even have to be like traditional means of creativity. It doesn't have to be paint and canvas. It could be whittling a duck. It could be creating a class plan. It could be creating a business model. You know, it could, creation of all forms. Not limited creation, but expansive creation that stems from the heart center and really allowing the mind to take a back seat. But we also don't want to ignore like logical processing completely, you know, because then you're just kind of losing it a little bit. Okay, I want to pull one more card for the reading. So what final message? Let me pull from a different card deck. All right, my beautiful loves. Let's do one more card from my Ascension Light Code Oracle deck. As a final little message for you, my beautiful friend who's here hanging out with me. I hope you're having fun. I hope you kind of feel that transmission, like that energy lightening up. And if you are feeling that heaviness, just allowing yourself to be present with it. Allowing yourself to sit with it. Allowing yourself to love it. Recognizing it's not a foe, rather just is neutral. All right, so what is the final message for this collective of beings who I am with here today? Allow the love into your heart. Allow the love into your heart. Feel the love all around you. Maybe you need to sing some more. Stand by body water and sing and see what happens. The card that just came out. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, everybody, for this final message, because the last one, freedom, baby. Liberate yourself. Liberate yourself. And that is what this message is all about. It's about freeing yourself from these expectations that you have, that you should be feeling a certain way, that you should have a certain life, that you should be in a certain relationship, that you should have all these expectations, and allowing yourself to just let that go and coming into a state of freedom, because that freedom is what's going to clear that energy. You know, the river is free. The river is not clogged up. It's a free-flowing river. And recognizing that where you are on the journey is right on time. You're not late. You're not ahead. You're right on time. And freeing yourself from the inside out by sitting with every feeling that comes up without pushing it down, without ignoring it, without pretending it's not there. Allowing yourself to recognize the gift in which your life is. And understanding that you, my friend, are loved. That you are going to achieve everything that you came here to do. And it's going to look completely different than what your thinking mind expects. Because if you already knew everything that was to happen, then where's the magic, right? So allow yourself to be comfortable in the discomfort. Allow yourself to be comfortable in the unknown. And liberate yourself. Okay? That is the end of the message, my sweet little love. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful rest of your night. I will see you so soon. And know that I have been creating a little bit more intention with my channel here. So for my content going forward, I really want to highlight and hone in on doing tarot readings and yoga classes on a pretty regular cadence. I especially want to beef up my content with yoga and somatic practices, because that is really where I think the most healing comes from. I think that is really beneficial. And I also know that these readings are just a lot of fun. Not everybody always wants to do a physical practice. Sometimes we just want to hang out and listen to something. So I want to be able to provide that range of opportunity to hang out with me, right? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being alive. You are a courageous spiritual warrior. And just remember the beauty that is a breath, you know, like savor your breath, savor every moment that you are here, because it's magic, right? It's beautiful. And coming into that high vibrational state, while also honoring the lows as they roll on in, because they're just gonna roll up right back on out, okay? I love my long-winded goodbyes. I hope you do too. Okay, I love you so much. Until next time, drink some water, get some rest, and I will see you so soon.